Hello everyone, welcome to That Catholic Gamer Dude Plays FTL, or Faster Than Light. Yes, I have played this game before. I got this as a suggestion for a Let's Play by one of you commentators. Thank you, whoever it was. I can't honestly remember. So I wanted to give it a crack from a Let's Play format and to see, one, if I can do it, and two, if you guys be interested in watching me play this on a couple of runs. For those of you who don't know, FTL is another roguelite, kind of like Rogue Legacy, in the sense that one of the formats of the game where the primary loop is that you will probably die a lot. But the idea is that you are captaining a spaceship on the run from the enemy, and the idea is that you want to go from sector to sector and get to the end where you'll take on the final boss. So most runs basically end with you as a pile of debris in the middle of space. So it should be interesting. As I said, I have played this before, but it's been a while. So let's go in. The first thing you do is that you never, ever, ever take the default names. So to have something like D. Let's see, can I type the whole thing in? Nope, you cannot. I figured you couldn't. DCG dude. That's right. Accept. Move on to the next one. Oh, they're all named that. Interesting. That's weird. So then we go to reviewer. That's animated reviewer. She's she's my sister. And she also runs some other stuff. I'll introduce you to her later as soon as we can put together a collab effort. Let's see. What is going on? I can't seem to... Interesting. I want to... Oh, I get it. Never mind. This is the... I need to select the crew, I think? That's weird. Oh, I get it. Okay. There we go. I didn't know you could do that. Interesting. Alright. My fault. Sorry about that. Next one. And reviewer. And accept. And then the third one is going to be the boy. Who is my little brother. You'll also be introduced to him once we get a collab effort. We actually did one fairly recently. Just kind of a dry run with... the game Duck Game, and it was a lot of fun, so we'll definitely be putting together a recording. So, renaming our ship. Always want to do all this customization stuff just because it's a lot of fun. The let's see, what do we want to call this? What do we want to call this? Oh goodness, what do we want to call this? SS Hopeless. It's the morale is really high on this crew. So, anyways, we're gonna choose normal. Let's see, increase scrap reward. Oh yeah, we're gonna do normal. Sure, why not? Okay, here we go. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. There we go. Alright, so what is this? Well, the idea behind this is that you want to go from sector to sector, and your FTL is your jump drive. And the idea is that you want to, as you can see here, you got your star map, you want to get to the exit in each sector. But you don't want to go too quickly because you do need to explore and gather supplies and re-outfit your ship. But at the same time, you don't want to dawdle, because as you kind of knock around and visit location, you get a fleet that's pursuing you. So, without further ado, let's jump. There we go. Let's see. What at first seems to be a simple nebula is actually filled with a good amount of debris from a brutal exchange between several ships. Wreckage drifts on your screens and tumbles into the depths of the nebula, lost to sight. It's hard to determine who the combatants are without closer navigation. We're definitely exploring. Investigate the battlefield or ignore the wreckage and continue on. Of course, we're going to explore the wreckage. For the battle, find little remains. Disappointed you, prepare to jump. So basically, you have all these, like, you know, random events and things like that. And the idea is that as you explore each sector, you come across new things, and hopefully you'll be able to find stuff to help your ship, but you have limited fuel, limited ammunition. Sell 5 missiles for 15 scrap. Oh, okay. There's a black market hub here. You receive a message. These are dangerous times. If you have extra military-grade explosives, we'll gladly pay you for them. I don't want to sell my missiles just yet because our missile systems are right here. Burst laser and an Artemis missile. So we actually use those. So far, we don't really have much to show just yet. When we get into combat, I'll show you. But as you can see here, the rebel fleet is already pursuing us. And if we happen to get caught behind here, it's gonna be bad. We'll get into a battle with a ship that is most likely more powerful than we are. So here we go. Jumping out. Let's see, your scans reveal an ore refinery and several factories, all staying still and empty. No life signs aboard. Ooh, that's not cool. So, here we go again. And this has been a really boring run so far. Usually you encounter some sort of combat by now. Aftermath, another wreckage of the battlefield. Oh, okay. As you approach the wreckage, a Zoltan ship marks its arrival. It immediately mistakes you for one of the attackers, declares this hostile aggressor is a violation of Zoltan space, and opens fire. Alright, pausing. So, here we are in combat. So, the very first thing we want to do is power up our weapon systems. And then we're going to lock on to the enemy ships. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Basically, in combat is semi-turn-based, at least in the sense that it runs in real time. You can pause at any time as we got right now, so we got plenty of time to strategize. You can target enemy systems such as oxygen, door control, weapons, helm, shields, and engine. What you typically want to do is you want to take them out as quickly as possible. This is a Zoltan ship, so the shield is actually kind of interesting. It actually has a power beam to it. So what that means is that you have to punch through it in order to get to the hull. Now shields typically will take 1 or 2 shots and then they regenerate. In this case, we actually have to hit it quite a few times. So what we're going to do is we're going to target with a burst laser, and we're going to target their weapon systems, but that probably won't get through. So what we want to do is we want to target the shield system first. And then we're going to power down our med bay, which you can do. You can transfer power between your subsystems. Oxygen, that's kind of important. You need that to breathe, of course. Then you have, so this is our med bay. This is in case we get boarded and our crew takes damage. So we're going to transfer power over to the engines because we don't need that right now. You can keep the med bay powered down until you need it. So here we go. Weapons. All hands, battle stations. Now we wait for our little weapons to charge up here. As in here. Alright. So now that we've taken their systems offline, their shield offline, we can start targeting their shields and their weapon systems. And we want to get that done as quickly as possible. Fire! Got their shields down. Excellent. Alright. So now here's what happened. So our missile launched and we took down their shields. And then as a result of that, our burst laser hit their weapon systems. So they're basically toast. But we still want to keep up the pressure. So we're going to target their shields again. Wait till our burst laser powers back up, as you can see here. And since they don't have, their weapon systems are completely offline. That's what the red means. So they're pretty much toast. There we go. Alright, so what do we get? Ship explodes, leaving material behind, a collection of useful scrap metal. So we got 2 fuel, 1 drone part. We don't have any drones for this ship just yet, but we could either sell those, or we can actually use some drones. Drones are very useful, we'll see in a minute. And 14 scrap. Scrap is kind of like your currency. What you can do is that if you go to your ship, you can see that we can upgrade our systems as well as our power. And the idea behind that is that obviously for like shields, if you have more power, you have, you know, as you say right here, I can't scroll over to the right, but if you look on the right, you can see that if I spend 20 and then 30, I'll get 2 shield barriers. So that means instead of taking 1 shot from like a laser or something, you'd have to take 2. Engines, your dodging goes up. The med bay, your healing boost goes faster. More oxygen refill boost, so if your oxygen gets low because it gets damaged, or you have to vent to put out fires because your ship can catch on fire if you take some damage, that'll happen. And then weapon control. The weapon systems take a certain amount. Let's see if we can back out of here. So your weapon systems take a certain amount of power. The burst laser here takes 2, and then the Artemis missile takes 1. So at full power, as you can see in the weapon systems, I have all the power maxed out. So if I were to get another weapon system that takes power, I wouldn't be able to use it. I'd have to power down one of these guys, or I'd have to, do something else with it. So that's why you kind of want to build yourself up, and then you want to basically make your ship more powerful. So as you can see with the crew, we got 3 of them. We can have room for 5 more crew members. As far as the equipment, this is where you have your weapon systems, and you can see with drones, you have to have a augmentation to use what's called a drone bay. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do, and there are a bunch of different ships in the game. This is kind of the standard starter ship that is not very beefy. We're probably gonna die. Here you go. Upon your jump, you receive a message from a nearby ship. Greetings and welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we'll let you continue on your way. Reject their offer. Too bad, you'll regret this decision. Continue. Alright, we're in combat again. Same thing before. The nice thing about the starter ship is that it's pretty straightforward what you want to do. Since the Artemis fires up first, I believe what you want to do is you want to fire that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to target their shields. And then with a burst laser, we're going to hit their weapon systems again, just like we did on the previous ship. So here we go. And they're powering up their weapons too, and they're going to try to attack us. And that is an ion. Oh, okay. They just knocked our weapon system offline. That's bad. And we missed with the missile. So that stinks. Oh, okay. There we go. So we took a hit. That's bad. What we want to do, though, simply though, because we are on fire, we want to vent the system, this room. So as long as we keep as long as we vent the oxygen in that room, then you can't have fire. No oxygen, no fire. Okay. We have a fire on the bridge. But the good news is we took out both their shields and their targeting and their weapons. So we're in much better shape than they're in. So what we can do now is, as you can see, I've moved myself over to combat the fire. I'm going to keep everything else on everybody else. The boy is on the weapon systems, and Animator Reviewer is on the engines. So we're going to seal this up right here. And then we're basically just going to let the burst lasers do their thing. And unfortunately, I'm taking quite a bit of heat. Enemy ship appears to escape. It's powering up its FTL drive. We have to take it out. Oh, we're going to turn on auto fire. That's what I'm missing. Because basically, we want to scrap them before they get out of here, or else we're not going to get anything out of it. So, fire away. Got him. Beat it. Woo! Ship explodes. We get 1 fuel, 1 drone part, and 12 scrap. So, that was something else. So I gotta go into the med bay to heal myself. And we're gonna power down our burst laser and power up our med bay so that I can get all healed up. So while I was doing that, as I didn't really quite explain, is that your crew members can man certain stations. And they get some bonuses as a result of that. So when it's manned, you get, like for example, for the engines here, because we're manned, we get a +5 to our evasion. At the moment, it's 0 because you don't actually have a pilot, which is me. So I'm fully healed up now because I'm in the med bay. Power down our med bay. We're going to go jump to the next system. Now, I can afford 1, 2, 3 more jumps. And you can see that the enemy fleet is coming. So we got to haul. So getting that feel, not a lot of scrap though. That's kind of disappointing. You begin charging the FTL drive to do a quick scan of a local planet. You find the ruins of a recently destroyed Federation colony on the surface. Must be a rebel ship in the vicinity. Go look for the rebel ship. Yes. You're ready to track down the rebel. Let's hope he's as easy to defeat in combat as he was to find. That is not horrible. But again, same thing. Target, target. Build up, here we go. So our weapon systems are powering up. Hang on. Oh! Direct hit to the engines, but we did get one of their weapon systems offline. Animated Reviewer survived that explosion. She's going to take care of it, but our engines are down. The good news is we took their shields offline. So we're going to... Come on. We are going to just fire and take out their weapon systems altogether. And that missile's coming in. Ow! Alright, enemy ship appears to escape. That's okay, they're pretty much done for. I think. Yeah, I think we got them. No, we don't. I'm gonna have to probably take them out one more time with another blast. Oh, wait. Accept their surrender. We're probably not gonna be able to kill them because I screwed that up. I'll explain in a minute, but basically, yeah. So, basically, here's what happened, is that when they start to power up their drive, what that basically means is that they're making a run for it. I was an idiot. What you really want to do is try to hit their engines, that way they can't escape. But in this case, I took their surrender because I screwed that up, and they probably were going to escape and we weren't going to get nothing. Alright, so so we basically gone through all of these beacons. Here's a distress signal. Someone might need help. These usually have something in them. So let's go ahead and find out what it is. I forgot to heal animated reviewer before we go. News will fall into our dastardly trap. It appears this distress was nothing more but a decoy for a pirate ambush. Alright. Once again. Fire on the weapon systems. Fire on the shields. We're starting to run a little low on missiles. That's a little disturbing. So we're going to have to refuel at a station of some kind. Okay. We took a bit of damage on that one. We're going to vent, get the fire out. Fortunately, the shields are down, and so their weapons are completely offline. Our shields took a bit of a beating, though, so we're going to have to do something about that. And let's move the boy in there. Hold your breath. Alright. We vented the fire, we'll close all doors. Actually, we're going to open up this one so that we can let the oxygen back into the room a bit. And then, fire, fire, fire. Alright, enemy ship appears to be escaping. So, what we want to do is we want to hit their FTL drive. Or their engines, that way they cannot escape. It's okay though, they're probably not going to be able to escape. They got their shields repairing, but that's okay, they're toast. Got him. Alright, so we did get 1 missile and 16 scrap. That's excellent. Is there anything that we can do to power up our ship? Blast doors are kind of a good idea. We haven't been boarded recently, though, so I'm not sure. What can we do for the amount of scrap? I think we can give ourselves a dodge ability, or power up the dodge ability. We haven't gotten any weapons yet to systems up, or do we just want to hold on to it? It is only the first sector. See, these are the kind of decisions that you have to make when you're doing this, and especially as things get harder, it's going to be more difficult to... it's going to be more... you're going to have to make some really tough choices. What we're going to do here is we're going to power up our med bay so that we can get our crew all healed up and whatnot. And then animated reviewer is going to go back to the engines. The boy is going to go back to the weapon systems. And we jump. I think we can afford... Can't afford to go this path because that's like 3 or 4 jumps. But we can go here, here, here. We've actually got quite a bit of fuel. You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. Intervene to defend the outpost. You got it. Detecting the higher threat, the automated ship moves in to engage your ship. Power up. Not enough power. Power up to the burst laser. Alright. So, this is a cloaked ship. These guys are awful. Because, as you can see, that they're cloaked. So what does that mean? You can't hit them. But they're powering up. They can't hit you. They have to fire in order to break cloak. So, let's see. Alright, so they've come out of cloak. I hit them almost immediately. But what do we want to target first? Hit that there. Use the Artemis to hit their weapon systems. I think I like that. Okay. Shields back online. And fire. Now, we should be able to power this down. I'm not too worried about that drone. As I was saying, I have taken their weapons offline, I've taken their shields offline. I want to take their cloak offline, if at all possible. They're probably going to cloak before I get this off, but that's alright. Yep. So, let's see. Take that offline. Alright. Bring it back up. Fire! Good job, crew. We got it. We got 2 missiles back. Excellent. 9 scrap, 1 fuel. And the outpost hails you after the scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed nonstop by those scouts. Take this on the house. So we got 2 more missiles, 18 scrap, and 1 fuel. That worked out really well. I'm very happy. So, jump. Do 1 more jump. Visit this unvisited location. And then we're out the door. Let's see. Especially well-armed pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crews and the rest of you can go free. Draw straws and send a crew member over to the slavers. We will never surrender to one of our crew to slavers. Alright. Once again. Same thing. As you can tell with these ships, they have a standard attack pattern, basically. This has a drone bay. I wonder what they're going to deploy. Let's see. What do we want to take offline? We'll take that. Artemis on the shields. I don't see them deploying a drone, interestingly enough. So, we just take them out. Got him. Alright. Shields are offline. Engines are offline. We're going to keep pounding those... As you can see here, you can see the little doors opening. That means that they're scrambling to try to repair their systems. Isn't that great? So... Oh, they reported them really fast. Accept their offer. Take one of our slaves to destroy us. They'll all die anyway. We need another crew member, so we're going to take Maloney. So, Maloney, welcome aboard. Go man the shields. So, you're not our slave. I mean, our crew member. Hardy, har har. Alright, moving on. Moving to the exit. Here we go. And you arrive at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drives charge, you can jump to the next sector. Ooh, accept our bribe. You come across a pirate in hot pursuit of an identified ship. You quickly receive a transmission. Stay out of this fight and we'll make it worth your while. Try to be a hero, attack the pirate. Pirate ship stops his pursuit and locks your weapons onto your ship. You got... Alright. Once again, we target their shields. We target their weapon systems. So far we haven't encountered anybody that we really can't take on fairly easily, but... that's gonna change as we go through the sectors. Oh boy. Okay. Sufficient match for the pirates. They're powering up the FTL and trying to get away. No, you don't. The engine room. Take these guys out. We do not want them to escape. Fire, fire, fire. Got him. We got 20 scrap. You go to examine the ship you just saved. Thanks for the aid. I'm an arms dealer that usually only works for rebels, but considering circumstances, I'll make an exception. Interesting. Ooh, purchase comes with a free defense drone Mark 1. We do need... Mantis. Let's see. We have possible crew members. Pages over here. Defense drone 1. The drone comes with a free defense drone Mark 1. Now, okay, let's start from the beginning. First off, we have hull damage of... the current hull is 19. We need to fix that. So... we'll buy that much. And then... missiles. Multi-purpose ammo. So, let's see. Now, we have a couple of different things. We have drone control and a crew teleporter. Crew teleporter doesn't really help us all that much because what the idea is that you could actually beam your crew over to the other ship and take them out. And if you kill all the crew on a ship, obviously they can't fight back. Unfortunately, we have soft, squishy humans for our crew members, so that's kind of pointless to do that, especially once we go up against some ships like this guy, this Mantis. These Mantis, they are inflict 1.5 damage in combat. They are bruisers. So let's see. FTL jammer, scrambling. So there are a bunch of different things on here that we could do for augmentations. FTL jammer, long range scanners, adds additional info about nearby beacons on the star map. I like that a lot. Question is, we can't afford the drone control and the long range scanners, but I really feel like the long range scanners are going to be the ones that help us out in the long run. So here's what we do: buy the long range scanners, buy ourselves 2 missiles, and that will be it. No, don't do the store. Go to the ship. We're gonna buy ourselves an extra. We want to buy an extra power or engines. Actually, let's power up the engines. Can you get that back? Yes, you can. Interesting. Okay, I never knew that. Haha. So, the sensors, the door system. At some point, we'll want to upgrade the door system to have the blast doors, but right now, let's just buy that. Hold on to the rest of our scrap for the moment, because you never know when something else is going to come along. Alright, next sector. Rebels are about to gain control. Okay, so here we go. This is the sector map of the civilian sector and Uncharted Nebula. I hate nebulas, but at some point we're going to hit them anyway. So the question then becomes, which route do we want to take? We have to hit 2 nebulas to get through, and then it's hostile systems all the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's hit up the civilian sector. There we go. Welcome to the next sector. Get to the exit beacon, jump to the next sector before pursuing rebels catch you. And nothing here. We got distress. Unvisited. Possible ship detected. Distress beacon. Someone might need your help. Okay, so nebula here, 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 here. Okay. Here, 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 here. So either way, we're not really gonna put ourselves in a jam. Basically, there actually is what you see, as you can see here, is you can see where you jump from one beacon to the next. You want to be sure that wherever you jump, you don't have to like then work your way back around, or else you're just toast. So, unvisited location, unvisited ship, possible ship detected. You go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, or this way, this way, this way. Have to hit that node here. That should work. I like that node path. All right. Your arrival is greeted by numerous computer alerts. The nearby automated rebel scouts use your local satellite to deploy a virus to disrupt your shield system. No. Oh. Well then, I'm not going to take that lying down. Fortunately, it doesn't have a... It does not have... Help me out, brain. A cloaking system, or... it does not have the cloaking system or shields. So we're going to power all power to the engines, and we're going to hope that we don't take too much damage on the way. Alright. We took hits to the medical bay. No biggie. Maloney has nothing to do because the shields are down. But that's okay, because we're about to take out this drone. Drones are interesting because sometimes they can hit like trucks, but they don't have any crew because they're unmanned, so they have no way to repair their systems. So actually, Maloney, get in there and repair it. Now, what was I going to say? Obviously, since now it's just a sitting duck, and we can basically pursue it at our leisure. I think some of them have the ability to, like, hightail it, but I don't know. 22 scrap, 3 fuel, 1 drone part. Great job, guys. Moving on to the next sector. Distress beacon. Possible ship detected. We can hit this, come up here, and then come back down. So let's do that. Right there. So basically you want to take time, but not too much time. Once you arrive, your screen lights with warning. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools, and they've tried to shut down your engines. Your crew manages to keep them barely operational, and you move to attack. Alright. So we've lost 2 of our power to our engine, so we're not nearly as nimble as we were before, but same plan. Burst laser. Fire on the weapons. Here we go. This is gonna be something. These weapons, I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Hang on. Oh! O2, that's bad. I need people in there now.